PGA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Serenity Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and out on the course following our feature group is the delightful Henny Koyak. Hello, Henny.
Hi Luke, I'm looking forward to bringing you the action from the ground level for this week's featured group. Now there's a sense of heightened competition this week, and this player has mentioned that they're starting up a rivalry this week with their playing partner.
So she's trying to beat Bubba Watson, Henny. Gosh, that's no easy feat.
Luke, you know when you think that you've got a player on the ropes, maybe they're in the middle of the trees, in the middle of a bunker, and you think they've got no shot. And then they do, in fact, put it to 2 feet. And then you're really frustrated. That's Bubba, every single time. He's that player.
No, you can't out-Bubba Bubba, can you? There's nothing elementary about this, Watson, is there? Can't wait to see how this rivalry plays out, though. Yeah, that's a good line. That should find the surface. A wonderful shot and a chance for birdie here on the first. And just about 8 feet left to the hole.
Yeah, this is looking nice.
Always nice to hold those for a birdie.
Can't birdie them all unless you birdie the first, Luke. Good start.
She's currently tied for 9th. This hole is a par 5.
Absolutely tattooed that one.
Well, Rich, it's become a bit of a new age thing on tour. A couple of rivalries that heat up on social media. We've seen a number of other players that call each other out. What have you made of this social media age?
Well, you better have thick skin if you're going to get into the social media arena. Thankfully, they didn't have it when I was out there on tour, because I don't know if I could handle it. I certainly couldn't be trusted with it back then. But I think if you're going to go into that arena, you have to treat social media like it's just something that it's fun to do. If you do go down that rabbit hole in social media, you better be prepared for the consequences.
Just 9 feet remaining to the hole.
Little birdie look in here.
Oh, so close. Well hold. Let's move on. And now to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Oh, what a shot from the bunker. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Let's go down to John McCarthy for our on-course report. And John, you've now had some time to walk the course this week before today's show. What are we in for today at the Jacobson Homestead?
Well, Luke, yes, I love walking around this rural setting. Not a whole lot of trouble to start off with, but things heat up quite a bit when you hit the 7th hole, par 4. Has a dogleg left and a few bunkers and trees to deal with off the tee. Back 9 opens with a narrow and lengthy par 5, but that's really as tricky as it gets. I guess there is it gets a little swampy on the 15th, but the water generally won't be a factor for many players out there in the field. They saved the most challenging tee shot for the 18th, which leads up to an elevated green for the approach. That will be a fun hole to watch this week. Hopefully provide some drama coming down the final stretch. Let's see what happens, guys.
Now we're on the 4th tee here at Jacobson Homestead, and it's a par 3, playing 181 off the back tees.
Yeah, and that's about as far as you're going to see this par 3 play, Luke. Player's going to go in there with the mid, probably shortish iron. Obviously, with the water on the right, you want nothing to do with that side as the bank severely slopes downwards. Bailing out to the left of the bunkers, not so hot either. But with just a short iron in your hand, you think that these players are good enough to fire right at it, don't you?
Well, the old hammer hands putt. Ouch, that hurts. And just a simple tap in left for bogey. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. This hole is a par 4, and it's a pretty lengthy one at that. Good shot there. It's a fairway finder for sure. Most golfers these days, Rich, are quite generic style players. It's that hit it as far as you can, knock it on the green, try and hold some putts. But with Bubba Watson, we just got the artist back in the game, didn't we? We had someone who was prepared to do whatever it needed to be to get that ball in the hole. He's just astonishing to watch. You know, to me, Luke, I think Bubba was born in the wrong era. I think he would have been better served with persimmon woods, balata golf balls, and blades, and I think that he would be an even bigger impact on the game than he currently is, if that's even possible. I watch what he does with the modern equipment, and it's mind-blowing. He's one of the few players, Luke, that I will actually go in the driving range and watch hit golf shots because it is so fun to watch him aim 30 yards left and just try and hit these big sweeping hooks and fades and I mean, it's just unbelievable what he can do with the golf ball. His eye-hand coordination is simply the best in the game. The interesting choice of the driver here. Yeah, this is the stuff we love, getting after this par 5 in 2.
Always like the aggressive play, going for it in 2 and getting rewarded for it.
This putt to move into the top 5 on the leaderboard. That's frustrating. Putting for birdie.
On A nice line.
And down it goes. So that's back-to-back birdies.
2 in a row there, Luke, getting their groove on.
And now to Bubba Watson.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. She's currently tied for 5th. And coming off the birdie, they'll be proud of themselves, a chance to keep it rolling. A couple under at this stage, currently tied for 5th place. This one looks to be on a pretty good line. And this putt to move into 2nd spot on the leaderboard, or at least a share of it. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And that will take it to 3 under. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Ooh, that almost went down. And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Let's see what happens here at the 8th. Going with the 5-wood. Oh, this would be handy if we could bounce right.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Now that's a bad break there, Rich. Just probably a little bit too much pace. Easy par that. Currently at -3 for the round. We've reached the 9th hole. Time to tee off. Oh, that is crushed. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Now, pace this off. She's looking around 185.
This one might need to get down a little. Oh. And just a supremely accurate shot from way out. Right at it. An opportunity here to move into a tie for 1st. Just didn't drop. Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. Ooh. This next putt is for bogey. And this one will be for double bogey. And now to Bubba Watson.
He's 1 stroke behind his rival in this event.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Rich, this player's just a few shots back with the last 9 to play. Did you prefer to be the greyhound or the bunny?
I want to be the greyhound. I'm sprinting away if I possibly can. This player's 3 back. They need to start sprinting.
Second shot here at the 10th. And going with driver off the deck with this shot. play there, Rich. I like it a lot.
It's an aggressive play, Luke. Like to see it on this par 5.
This is their 5th shot. And here we are with the 3rd shot. 3 shots off the lead. A chance to move into the top 10 on the leaderboard here. Okay, steady now. 4 feet to the cup.
Looks good.
Trailing by 4 strokes. Time to face a par 4 now. Well, on the tee now, coming off a par. Chance to pipe one up the middle. That's a good-looking shot there. 2nd shot here on the 11th. She knew that wasn't going to be super tight, but she'll take it nevertheless, especially with a couple of putts from there. Henny's down there. You got to read?
Just got to use the touch of a feather. Barely has to blow on it. This is just downhill.
Beautiful shot. And she'll move into the top 10 with that effort. She's currently tied for 10th.
Well, now, things have gotten interesting. Closing the gap.
Teeing off here on the 12th hole. Looks to be going with the 5-iron. Should find the green.
And how about that for confidence? Going right at the pin here in the midst of their rivalry with Bubba Watson. Love seeing that sort of play.
And that will drop in for birdie. What a lovely boost. Into the top 5 she goes. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
It's time to check on the leaderboard. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage.
Managing to chase down the leaders, closing that gap. Gotta like it.
Teeing off here on the 13th hole. Well, let's see if they can roll off that birdie at the last. Lovely momentum here. Nicely done. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
And from around 135 yards.
And hitting yet another green here in regulation.
The iron play today has been absolutely stellar. Luke, the greens in regulation, just a fantastic accomplishment. Great to watch.
And mark it down. That's birdie number 7 on the scorecard. And that will take her to 4 under. She's currently tied for 2nd.
I tell you what, inching closer to that top spot on the leaderboard, things are definitely heating up.
We find ourselves on the tee, one of the stronger par 4s on the back 9 here at Jacobson Homestead. The 14th playing 483, Rich, from the tips.
Yeah, generous landing area, thankfully out to the right-hand side. Obviously a bunker down the left, and if you miss it even further left, there's water lurking. But the second shot, this is where it gets slippery. This is where it gets dangerous, especially to a back right hole location. All of a sudden, the water down the right-hand side comes into full view. Bailing out to the left in the bunker, not so hot either. I'll tell you what, it takes a brave player to fire at this flag stick.
Getting ready to play their 3rd. Just 1 shot back now. Oh, I thought that one was going in. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole. Tiger Woods back in his familiar spot, currently in the lead as we head to the next tee. Let's see what happens here on the 15th. Wow, that was just striped. From around 220 yards. 2 strokes off the lead. Oh, I love the look of that. Couple back, Rich, and had the courage to get after it.
Couldn't come at a more opportune time as well. Currently 2 back. Make the eagle, tie for the lead.
And this putt to move into a share of first place.
With 3 holes to go, it's a good position to be in.
Looking really good. And you hold it. What a monster.
Hang on to your hat, folks. We're on for a wild ride.
Well, that's worth reviewing. Let's roll the videotape.
What an amazing putt from way out.
Checking the scoreboard now. This player is currently sitting in a tie for the lead with Tiger Woods. Here they are, full of confidence on the next tee, coming off the eagle. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Wow, what a shot.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
This putt coming up is for birdie. Oh, that's a ripper. And that will move her to 7 under. She's in a share of top spot. Here we have a long par 4. It's going to take 2 great shots to get on. Oh, she tagged that one. Playing from around 210 yards here. Currently tied for the lead. Opting for the 5-wood. Just needs this one to kick right. And now to Bubba Watson.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. Scorecard filled with 3s never hurts. Good putt to make this. And that's a long-range bomb, and rest assured their rival will be looking over their shoulder. Oh, what a shot that was. Why don't we revisit the magic?
I need to see this again because I still can't believe they hold that.
Leading by a shot after that hole. Rich, we find ourselves at the finishing hole here at Jacobson Homestead, and it seems strange to be playing it just at 400 yards.
I tell you what, though, I like this finishing hole because it gives you options. You don't have to necessarily hit driver here. If you do, you got to take it over some pretty tall trees, and you can't miss it to the left-hand side. The safe play, lay it out to the right, but now your second shot becomes just a little bit longer, a little bit more difficult to get it that close to the hole. I love the options you have on this finishing hole. A great opportunity for one final birdie.
And with this putt, she can win the tournament. That was a gallant attempt. And this is what's in front of them to win the Serenity Championship. Oh my, that would have won the event.
Yeah, that's a huge disappointment.
And with that, Rich, this one's actually going to extra holes.
What a grind this last few holes were for this player. They got it done. Late charge up the leaderboard. Love to see it. Heading to a playoff.
She got a hold of that one. from around 180 yards out. Going with the 6-iron here. Not a good time for an errant approach. Missing the green in a playoff puts pressure on the short game. Well, notch another one on the belt, Red. Spectacular victory to Tiger Woods, and he did it in a playoff.
Again, time after time, Luke, we've seen this so many different times from Tiger Woods. A great win by Tiger Woods. Congratulations to him.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed our extra coverage in this week's playoff finale. From myself and all the hardworking people at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. See you next time.